A moment of silence for Bowser's neutering. Bowser getting neutered, no longer able to make baby Bowsers, no longer able to make Wendy-O Koopas, Lemmy Koopas, Morton Koopas, Iggy Koopas, so on and so forth. Today we honor Bowser. Not this Bowser, but my cat. So good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Hope you're all doing well. Bowser is currently under the knife. He should hopefully be back soon, but Nintendo up to good things, returning one of our favorite things they do, getting into discussions about AI in future Nintendo Switch games, and Walmart rears its head, and we may have uncovered one of the reasons why Nintendo hasn't been liking them lately. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hit that like button if you enjoy these videos, and put a little cat emoji in the comments down below so Bowser knows you're thinking of him. You might remember that Walmart was canceling a bunch of Nintendo Switch pre-orders, and it didn't make much sense. Why was Walmart not getting allocated appropriate stock for Nintendo Switch games? I don't know that these two are related, but the timing is weird, and this is sort of funny, especially given Nintendo's desire to shut down anything to do with piracy. Somebody posted a link to how Walmart.com is selling ROM hacks of Nintendo titles. There's an N64 game entitled Shotgun Mario 64 being sold on Walmart.com. And Doug Bowser responded to this post on LinkedIn saying, "Appreciate the visibility." Now, is this why Nintendo has had beef with Walmart? Is this why Walmart has not been receiving enough units? I wonder if there's something to do with these marketplaces that Nintendo is not happy with. You'll note that Nintendo and Amazon have also had some issues, where Amazon has not had certain Switch games for pre-order, and you'd think, being two of the largest retailers in the United States, Amazon and Walmart, they'd have their pickings of stock. They have a plethora of Switch games and be able to sell through as many units as possible. Is it something to do with these marketplaces that because they have third parties able to sell on Walmart.com and of course Amazon.com, is Nintendo not happy that occasionally things slip through the cracks like Shotgun Mario 64, which goes against Nintendo's extreme efforts as of late to shut down any sort of piracy, any sort of illicit activity, any sort of ROMs, hacks, mods, anything of that sort? I do wonder, and we'll probably never get an official response as to why Walmart and Amazon have been shortchanged when it comes to pre-orders for Nintendo Switch games, but maybe this is it? What do you think? Do you think Nintendo is taking action against these stores because they do allow for things like this to be sold, or is it something else altogether? I really wonder why, because it's never made much sense to me. And it's never made much sense why Nintendo did not do more Treehouse segments, because the Treehouse is where it's at. You get to hang out with Donkey Kong and all of their new games, and Nintendo finally brought back the Treehouse, this time for July's title, Nintendo World Championships NES Edition. I think every time we get a look at this game, it looks better and better, and it feels even better and betterer because it's $30. $30 for this game with all of these little challenges looks so fun, and I gotta give major props to the dude in the suit. He showed up. He showed out, and he was ready for these challenges, looking absolutely fly. And we got to see Kirby. We got to see Donkey Kong. We got to see Metroid. We got to see Mario Bros. All these games as part of what I'm calling Mario Party Micro. I really think that this game, Nintendo World Championships, is going to be one of the most hidden gems of the year, one of the most unsung titles of the year, and it's going to go down as one of the best purchases of the year, given that it's a $30 Nintendo Switch game. 30 bones, and it's out in 2 weeks. I'm very excited to play with all of you. I expect you to challenge me with your times in Zelda challenges, Metroid challenges, Mario challenges, and more. But if you want to see 25 minutes of gameplay, they do have this big, beefy treehouse, and it's pretty cool to watch these events because they go into extreme detail on the games, and it's something Nintendo used to do during E3. Like, they'd actually do it on the show floor. I remember being there at E3 in LA and like, oh, there's the treehouse. They're filming a segment on Splatoon 1. What is this weird game about inks and squids? Now, sometimes these pop out after directs, sometimes these pop out randomly, sometimes they pop out before games, but I'm glad Nintendo's getting it together, and it makes me hopeful that they'll do a similar showcase for each of their big fall releases. A Echoes of Wisdom Treehouse, a Mario Party Jamboree Treehouse, and a Mario and Luigi Brothership Treehouse leading up to a Metroid Prime 4 Treehouse. That'll be the one I want to see most of all, but for now, you can check out this World Championships edition available on YouTube. Now, YouTube, Nintendo, technology, future, These words all mean nothing, but to Nintendo, they're very important. Nintendo takes it super seriously of how they progress with technology in terms of where the world is advancing and how Nintendo is personally advancing. We've seen it over the history of the company where they're slow to adapt, slow to bring things on board. Online was like a big scary woo-woo for them. They still use friend codes. But Nintendo has been more apt to grab onto modern technology in the Switch era, and it does seem like going forward they plan to be a bigger player in terms of the tech space and how their consoles relate to other platforms. One thing that has become a big concern in the video game space, and frankly like every space I think that involves just about anything, is AI. So President Furukawa was asked about AI and how Nintendo plans to incorporate this. We've seen some game studios completely shun AI and say, nah, we're not doing it. We've seen some embrace like AI voice and basically eliminate the need for voice actors. We've seen some try to do like AI generation in terms of art. We've seen a lot though push back, and I'm very happy about that. Because at the end of the day, AI is basically the enemy of creatives around the globe. Whether you're into art, whether you're into music, whatever you're into, the fact that AI could replace that and remove the human element while adding this sterile, quirky robot element is scary. Probably much cheaper to go AI, but much less heart. Now, Furukawa says generative AI, which has been a hot topic in recent years, can be more creative, but we also recognize that it has issues with intellectual property rights. Our company has decades of know-how in creating optimal gaming experiences for our customers. While we are flexible in responding to technological developments, we hope to continue to deliver value that is unique to us and cannot be created through technology alone. That's just the response you want to hear. That's exactly what you want to hear from your big N president. Yeah, generative AI could be interesting, could be cool. We definitely want to be flexible and ready to respond to technological developments, but we know that we have decades of experience making optimal gaming experiences. We know that there's things that only we can do, and we know that there's ways that humans and creative groups can come together and create art that AI cannot possibly create. And I love this response from Nintendo because it shows they're committed to the excellence and fun of their games, and also the excellence in their employees and in the company that they have built. I do feel like it is a very rough time for the gaming industry, but Nintendo seems to be succeeding and seems to be keeping things afloat in what I would say is a respectable way. Their CEO takes less money than most other CEOs. They continue to focus on their employees, and they are not about AI or many of these so-called schemes that some other companies and publishers do embrace in order to make more money. Nintendo makes plenty of money on their own. They do not need more money, and they'll continue to do well because they are the gold standard when it comes to gameplay. No matter how many features you tack on, no matter how many skins you put for purchase in the in-game store, no matter how many hours of multiplayer you provide, at the end of the day, games are about gameplay, and Nintendo does it better than anybody. There will always be a place and a space for Nintendo with this mindset and with this ideology, and I love that they've kept it strong through generations, through transitions, through new presidents. Their core staff is still intact with people like Aonuma and Miyamoto on board. But even though this company has evolved, and even though they do try to get more in line with modern traditions and modern technology, they still have a heart that beats strong just in a way that only Nintendo can. So kudos to you, Furukawa. AI will probably not have a place in any Nintendo game anytime soon, and I hope it stays that way. But let me know what you think in the comments down below, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have a fantastic day out there. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive, and until next time, SwitchForce out.